G'day folks, Damon from Nomad. I'm just going to talk you through the Maverick 90 Auto-Tune. I just want to show you in the test tank here the underwater action and the rod action that you use to just really get this to work perfectly. There's a whole bunch of different retrieves that you can use for this, and there's some certain techniques that really get this Auto-Tune feature at the front to get you the maximum action in the lure. So the first retrieve is just the slow roll for this one. It's pretty straightforward. The Auto-Tune system at the front, just when you just do a real slow roll like this, it just gives it a really wide kind of wiggling, snaky action. It's a different action than you get with the MadScad Auto-Tune. This is kind of a wider, slower action. So that slow roll is extremely effective in a whole range of scenarios, shallow water, fishing around structure, it works really well. The other retrieve that you can use is the slow kind of underwater walk the dog, I'll call it. So it's just a real slow little twitch, and you just kind of let it do its thing side to side, but just move really slowly. It gets a huge amount of action. It actually, you know, when you kind of twitch it sideways, it'll even like duck up to the surface and grab a bit of air occasionally. It's just a very erratic but very slow retrieve. So sometimes that just really triggers the fish into biting. So another really cool retrieve with this Maverick 90 is the surface walk the dog. So even though it's a suspending lure, if you kind of twitch the rod tip just at the right speed, you can get it to do this kind of really cool walk the dog thing across the surface. So again, it's the Auto-Tune at the front that kind of allows it to, you know, get that freedom of movement to go side to side, but it's a really cool action, and the cup on the front of the lure actually catches a little bit of water, and it just sounds like a little mullet just kind of skipping along the surface trying to escape. So very, very effective in shallow water, that retrieve, and can really, you know, stir fish up into biting when they're sometimes a little bit timid. So the Maverick 90 suspends in salt water. So what that allows is this other retrieve, which is kind of the twitch and pause. So you can give it a little bit of a faster, more aggressive twitch, but then just stop it. So literally just get it moving a little bit, give it a little twitch, pause, twitch, twitch, pause, and just kind of let it sit there. And if you're sort of fishing over a shallow grass bed, something like that, you know, sideways movement, you can give it 2 or 3 twitches and then just pause it. A lot of the time the fish will just come and eat it just as it pauses, or just as it's about to move again. So it's a very, very effective technique. So 3 really different, really interesting ways to fish this Maverick. It's probably why it's one of my favorite baits in the whole range. You can check out all the colors, weights, hooks, all of the details on the website, but it's just a super fun lure to use.